These inspirational and influential women could not be silenced and made significant waves while reshaping the world. Margaret Sanger. Thanks to Margaret Sanger, anyone who's sexually active and doesn't want to become a parent now has a way out. As a nurse in New York City's impoverished Lower East Side, Sanger witnessed the devastating consequences of illegal and unsafe abortions on women. These experiences led her to believe that access to contraception was crucial for women's freedom and ability to escape poverty. Beulah Louise Henry, an extraordinary inventor and entrepreneur, conceived over 100 inventions that continue to improve our daily lives. They include the vacuum ice cream freezer, the can opener, and a sewing machine that doesn't require bobbins, whatever that may be. Beulah's passion for inventing was unstoppable, and she claimed that she couldn't keep herself from inventing as new ideas just continuously thrust themselves at her. Her remarkable contributions to innovation earned her a well-deserved place in the National Inventors Hall of Fame in 2006. 23. Madam C.J. Walker. Before Mary Kay and Avon, Madam C.J. Walker revolutionized the hair and beauty industry for black women with her door-to-door sales approach. Her pioneering efforts made her one of America's first self-made female millionaires and established a vast network of 40,000 brand ambassadors. Walker's success enabled her to support women's education through scholarships at the Tuskegee Institute and generously contribute to organizations like the NAACP, the Black YMCA, and various charities, making a lasting impact on the beauty industry. 22. Lucy Diggs Slowe. Lucy Diggs Slowe was an undeniable trailblazer in tennis history, and her efforts made a significant impact that resonates to this day. In 1917, she made history by becoming the first black woman to win a national tennis title. Her impressive achievements, however, extended beyond the court, as she dedicated her life to the battle for civil rights. Lucy played a pivotal role in the founding of Alpha Kappa Alpha, aka the first Greek society for black women. She also held the respected position of Dean of Women at Howard University, leaving an unforgettable mark on education and female empowerment. 21. Rachel Carson. The Green Movement owes a massive debt to Rachel Carson. Her groundbreaking book, Silent Spring, shed light on the harmful impact of pesticides like DDT on birds and the environment. This eye-opening revelation played a significant role in the establishment of the Environmental Protection Agency. Carson's passion for nature and the environment extended beyond her famous book. She also wrote engaging articles and novels, including a celebrated Sea trilogy, Under the Sea Wind, The Sea Around Us, and The Ends of the Earth, which explored marine life through captivating stories available to all. 20. Coco Chanel. Coco Chanel, the early 20th century fashion icon, transformed women's fashion by introducing new, more comfortable designs. She freed women from the restrictive corsets and frilly garments that dominated the industry. Chanel's creations, such as the tweed blazer and skirt, two-tone ballet flats, little black dress, costume jewelry, and quilted bag with a chain strap, became timeless fashion staples. In 1923, she branched into fragrances, with the launch of Chanel No. 5, becoming the first fashion designer to do so. During World War II, Chanel temporarily closed her shops, but made a comeback in 1954 when she introduced the world to bell-bottoms. She passed away in 1971, and Karl Lagerfeld took over as head designer of the fashion house in 1983, carrying on her legacy. 19. Jane Addams. Jane Addams is responsible for the creation of the modern-day social worker. She pioneered the concept of settlement homes, which offered night classes for adults, a kindergarten, an eatery, a gym, and social groups to foster a feeling of community among the poor in every neighborhood. Her Hull House housed approximately 25 women, and was visited by over 2,000 people per week at its peak. Addams was appointed to prominent state government and community boards as her community influence grew, and she focused on improving sanitation, midwifery, food safety, and reducing narcotics consumption. An ardent pacifist and outspoken advocate for women's suffrage, Addams ultimately became the first American woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize. 18. Mother Teresa. Originally named Agnes Boiajiu and born to Albanian parents during the Ottoman Empire, the diminutive nun embarked on a journey to India in 1929. Starting with a modest group of 13 members in Kolkata, formerly known as Calcutta, she established a missionary community that would grow into a worldwide network of over 4,000 sisters, operating orphanages and AIDS hospices. Although she faced criticism for lacking extensive medical training, not addressing poverty on a large scale, opposing birth control and abortion, and having associations with dictators, her dedication earned her the Nobel Peace Prize. It inspired countless volunteers to follow in her footsteps. Today, she continues to be revered, as her commitment to serving others will be recognized with her canonization as a Catholic saint, while adorned in her signature white habit. 17. Sojourner Truth. Sojourner Truth is an incredibly inspiring figure in American history. As an African-American abolitionist and women's rights activist, Truth fought tirelessly for the rights of both women and African Americans. Truth's journey was marked by great adversity. She endured separation from her family and was sold into slavery alongside a flock of sheep for only $100. In 1829, she escaped to freedom with her infant daughter Sophia, but tragically had to leave behind her other 2 children. During the late 1840s, Truth became a prominent advocate for African American rights, prison reform, and universal suffrage. Thanks to her tireless work and unwavering dedication, she became one of the most renowned activists in the struggle against slavery and an early advocate for women's rights. 16. Amelia Earhart. A list of most important women would only be complete with a mention of this legendary woman. Amelia Earhart, born in Kansas, ignored societal norms from a young age. She challenged gender stereotypes by playing basketball, studying auto repair, and even pursuing higher learning before following an aviation career. She acquired her pilot's license in 1921 and made history in the world of aviation by accomplishing numerous groundbreaking solo flights and other feats. Tragically, Amelia disappeared somewhere over the Pacific Ocean while attempting to become the first person to circumnavigate the globe, and she was never located. 15. Ada Lovelace. Despite being born into a privileged family, with her father being the renowned poet Lord Byron, Ada Lovelace made her mark as the world's first computer programmer, but nobody knew it then. As a mathematician, she was admired by society and had friendships with influential figures like Charles Dickens. Unfortunately, cancer took her life at the young age of 36. Her notes took nearly a century to gain recognition as an algorithm designed for computers and software, highlighting her visionary ideas and contributions that were far ahead of their time. 24. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. During Ruth Bader Ginsburg's time at Harvard Law School, she was one of less than 10 women in a class of 500. Despite impressive academic achievements, she struggled to find employment after graduating from Columbia Law School. However, she eventually became a law professor at Rutgers Law School, dedicating herself to fighting gender discrimination. As a lawyer, she argued 6 cases before the Supreme Court and won 5. As a Supreme Court justice, she championed equality and civil rights while battling health issues and cancer. Her passing in September 2020 left the world mourning the loss of a brilliant, determined, and fearless woman affectionately known as the Notorious RBG. 13. Katherine Johnson. Katherine Johnson, a brilliant mathematician, made significant contributions to the scientific field that were finally acknowledged in the film Hidden Figures in 2016. Her calculations were critical in putting astronaut John Glenn into orbit in 1962 and sending Apollo 11 to the moon later that year. In 2015, Barack Obama awarded her the Presidential Medal of Freedom for her incredible contributions. Even after passing, at the remarkable age of 101, Katherine Johnson's legacy lives on. In 2021, Northrop Grumman honored her by naming a spacecraft after her, and her memoir, My Remarkable Journey, was published posthumously, providing a glimpse into her incredible life and accomplishments. 12. Hedy Lamarr. Hedy Lamarr, the glamorous and stunning film star of Hollywood's golden age, left an unforgettable mark that extends far beyond her acting career. Together with composer George Antheil, she played a pivotal role in developing a system that essentially pioneered the foundation of basic GPS technology. However, Lamarr was unjustly excluded from the patent due to her non-American citizenship and never received proper compensation for her remarkable contribution. Her significant contribution earns the mother of Wi-Fi a well-deserved place among the most important women in history. 11. Malala Yousafzai. Growing up in a Pakistani village, Malala's education was shaped by her father, a teacher who operated an all-girls school. However, when the Taliban banned girls' education, her whole life changed. Showing remarkable courage at the tender age of 15, Malala fearlessly spoke out against the Taliban's oppressive actions, which led to her being shot in the head, an event she miraculously survived. At 17, Malala was recognized for her unwavering dedication to peace and education, and she received the prestigious Nobel Peace Prize in 2014. Her resilience and commitment to fighting for the rights of girls in education have made her an inspiration worldwide. 10. Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman's incredible journey began in slavery, but she dared to dream of freedom. In the years following her escape from slavery, she dedicated herself to freeing over 300 slaves via the Underground Railroad. As the Civil War erupted, she staunchly supported the Union cause, serving as a spy and nurse. She later led the Combahee Ferry Raid, which liberated over 700 slaves. Later in life, Tubman became a prominent advocate in the abolitionist movement, fighting not only against slavery, but also for women's suffrage. She was instrumental in liberating the country from the harsh shackles of slavery and discrimination. 9. Rosalind Franklin. British scientist Rosalind Franklin was pivotal in advancing our understanding of DNA. Through her use of X-ray diffraction methods, she not only determined DNA's density, but also unraveled its molecular structure. This groundbreaking discovery laid the foundation for James